Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back to That's English. My name's Vanessa and this is Tony.
Hello, it's very nice to be here. And now, today's programme has a rather strange title. Words, words, words.
Because we're going to talk about the origins of the English language. Los orígenes de la lengua inglesa. Where do English words come from?
Well, as you'll hear, they come from lots of different languages. From Latin, Greek, Latin, Griego.
Scandinavian or Old Norse, Nórdico Antiguo.
French, Old English.
We're going to an English pub where we'll meet a group of friends who all work for an English newspaper. And we're going to meet an etymologist, un etimólogo, someone who knows about the origins of words.
He mentions two English words which come from Greek. Listen carefully. Find the two English words that come from Greek.
Where's Clive? He isn't usually late.
Yes, where is he? He said he'd be here.
He's never normally late. Maybe he's sick.
No, I saw him leave the office at 4 o'clock. Anyway, who wants a drink? Yes, please.
Clive!
Where have you been?
I've had a terrible time.
What can I get you, Gilly?
3 pints of bitter, a white wine. So what happened?
I was early for our meeting, so I was looking around the shops. When I came to an antique shop on the corner, I saw something in the window. It was a plate, a very pretty plate. I wasn't in a hurry. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm interested in the plate.
It's a dish.
Well, I'm interested in the dish.
From the Old English, disc.
I'm sorry?
The word dish, it comes from the Old English word disc.
Does it? Does it really? I see. Well, could I have a look at the dish?
Before that, it came from the Latin discus and the Greek discos, though disco, of course, is from the French discothèque, as in bibliothèque.
Really? I thought it might be...
You thought it was from the Old Norse language.
No, the dish. I thought the dish was Wedgwood china.
Wedgwood? Certainly not. But I can see that you are a man who is interested in language.
Not really.
Do you know how many English words come from Latin?
No, I've no idea.
Lots of formal words come from Latin, usually the longest ones. Now, it would be interesting to know a bit more about that, wouldn't it?
No, not really.
Or how many English words come from the Greek language? Telephone comes from Greek. Most of our scientific words come from Greek.
Well, it's been very interesting. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye is a new word. Well, it's new for English. It probably started in the 16th century. It means God be with you. You know, many of our most common, everyday words come from Old English.
How very interesting. Oh, look at the time. I must go.
I must go. I must leave. I must depart. Most of our words come from French, Latin, Scandinavian, or from ancient Greek. Look at this. Leg. Do you know where the word leg comes from?
No.
Go on. Guess.
It's probably a Scandinavian word.
Yes. I knew it. I knew you were an etymologist.
What a difficult situation.
Yes. But the subject of word origins is very interesting, isn't it? Now, what about those two words that come from Greek? Let's see. Which English word does the shopkeeper talk about here?
Before that, it came from the Latin discus and the Greek discos.
The word was dish, plato. It comes from Greek, diskos, and Latin, discus.
And did you hear the other word that comes from Greek?
Telephone comes from Greek.
Yes, it was telephone.
I thought that the shopkeeper said some very interesting things. For example, what did he say about formal words, palabras cultas?
Lots of formal words come from Latin, usually the longest ones.
Lots of formal words come from Latin. Words like education, language, antiques.
And what about English scientific words? Where do they come from?
Most of our scientific words come from Greek.
Most of our scientific words come from Greek. Words like atom, microscope, electron.
But many of our most common English words, words like go and come and hand and nose, well, their origin is a bit closer to home.
You know, many of our most common, everyday words come from Old English.
They come from Old English. That's the English language spoken from the 5th to the 12th centuries.
I want to find out what happened in the shop.
You'll hear the shopkeeper tell a story about his wife. Don't worry if you don't understand everything in the story, but try to answer this question. Why did he forget his wife?
I love words, don't you? I always remember words. But I always forget my wife's birthday. In fact, I forgot my wife once. We were driving along, then we stopped at a petrol station. She went to the toilet, and I drove off. You see, I was thinking about the word petrol. Petros is a Greek word meaning stone, or Petra meaning rock.
I have to meet my friends.
Now, the word friend comes from Old English.
Does it?
You all right? You don't look well.
No, I'm fine, thanks. But I really have to go.
Oh, what a shame. We were having such an interesting conversation.
What a man!
I feel sorry for his poor wife. He left her in a petrol station.
How about another drink?
It's strange you should say that.
Why?
Drink. It's an old English word, you know. Probably comes from the Scandinavian word trink.
Poor man. He just couldn't stop thinking about etymology, could he?
Poor man. What about his poor wife? Did you hear why he forgot her?
I was thinking about the word petrol.
I was thinking about the word petrol. Not a very good reason for forgetting your wife. We're going to look at the story about the wife and the petrol again. Notice two different past tenses. I thought, pensé. That's the past simple.
Se usa el pasado simple para referirse a acciones pasadas que se dan por concluidas.
Y el pasado continuo. I was thinking. Estaba pensando.
Se usa el pasado continuo para describir acciones ocurridas durante un periodo de tiempo en el pasado. Se pone el énfasis en el proceso.
We were driving along.
We were driving along. Past continuous.
Then we stopped at a petrol station.
We stopped. Past simple.
She went to the toilet.
She went. Past simple.
And I drove off.
I drove off. Past simple.
I was thinking about the word petrol.
I was thinking. Past continuous.
Yes, he used the past continuous because he continued thinking while all the other things happened.
We'll have to stop there, Tony. We're going to come back to the same topic in our next programme.
Okay. But Vanessa, do you know any English words that come from Spanish? There are quite a few.
And I think you're going to tell us some of them now, aren't you, Tony? All right, tell us.
If you insist. Well, there's fiesta, siesta, alligator, canyon, ranch, potato, tomato, armada.
All right, Tony. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Or as the old English used to say, God be with you. Sherry, embargo, chaparral,